Alright,
Yo, lady, I said, what's up?
Hey, Pops.
What are you doing?
I'm being an assistant again today.
Well, get on the camera. We can't see you. You on here now. You all
Yeah,
get on the
get
camera.
What is up, everybody? We are back today with another episode today. Hope you guys will enjoy this on a lovely Saturday, a lovely weekend. We had a holiday yesterday, the Juneteenth, and we got Father's Day tomorrow. Make sure all of y'all buy y'all gifts for your fathers. Spend time with your fathers, and just have a blissful day tomorrow. But today is a big topic today. I'm a little irritated right now because of what I'm about to be saying to both my co-hosts. And I know they got a lot to say, but it's going to be a big one. So I ain't going to do no spoilers. I'm going to wait for you to that point. But first, introductions first. I'm your co-host, Aramis.
Ray Daniels.
Choose.
And this is welcome family to the Bastards for Knowledge. And we are here ready to go. Let's get it going.
What's up? Happy Father's Day, everybody. Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Yes. Juneteenth, too. Don't slight Juneteenth. We worked hard to get this holiday.
Yes, sir. You sure did.
Very much appreciated.
Blood, sweat, tears, and reparations. We still looking for that 40 acres and a mule. We still looking for that. Need that 40 acres and a mule still. Somebody, where you at, President Trump? Where you at?
I hope I'll be allowed to see that.
You will, man. You will.
Thumb up.
All right, so for everybody that knows so far that the New York Knicks just won the 2026 NBA Finals. They are now world champs for 53 years.
Knicks stand up, baby. Knicks fans stand up. 53 years in the making.
Now, I'm going to go around asking y'all questions, and kind of just give your opinion on how you feel about the finals so far. Uncle Ramon, we're gonna start with you. I want you to give your opinion on the Knicks side. How did the Knicks do how did the Knicks progress their way of winning the finals?
So it goes back to one word: chemistry. The big three that New York had was chemistry. The three players, Brunson and the other two guys that came from Villanova, they've been playing since college. So people don't understand when you have a nucleus that's that tight, you play with people for that long, you know what they're going to do before they do it. You know what I mean? You know what you're going to get. You feed off of it. And they just went on a magnificent run for this 2026 season. They was getting close every year. And, it just, you thought that every year looked like they just couldn't get over the hump. When they went and got Cat, that helped it out, and then they couldn't get over the hump. But what I will tell you is that, sometimes in life you just get in a zone, and the Knicks just happen to get in the zone at the right time of the season, because as you saw during the playoff run, they only lost 2 games the entire playoff run, which speaks volumes to chemistry, because like I said, that's unprecedented. We can go back and look at, Jordan and Kobe, and you go look at everybody and see what the win and losses was. But at the end of the day, the New York Knicks run was probably one of the most precedent NBA playoff final achievement in probably the history of the game. So shout out to the Knicks. It's been 53 years in the making, and also too, I would like to say that the commissioner of the NBA actually gave an honorary ring to Spike Lee. Spike Lee has been a fan for probably the 50 years that they ain't won a championship. So, shout out to Spike Lee. he showed that he's a true loyal fan, and that speaks volumes because at the end of the day, we all fans of the game, but he's been loyal to that one team for years and years and years and years. So again, you know, unprecedented run. I saw a thing that said, "Who will do you think that who between the Knicks and the Spurs to be back?" Now on that one to keep it on the Knicks. The Knicks have every way to come back. Every reason why they shouldn't come back because at the end of the day, the nucleus of that team and the way they gelled going out of the season is probably going to carry over the next season. So the only thing going to slow them down is injury. So other than that, right now they're going to be the fast forward vote in to at least make the Eastern Conference Finals. Because once you get there, it's anything can happen. But I got them already going to the Eastern Conference Final, and there's nothing you can do about that. Because at the end of the day, they still may add a few pieces to that. So again, shout out to New York. I'm from New York, so I'm gonna go get my Knicks. I'm gonna go get my Knicks ring and my gear, and we gonna go from there. So shout out to the Knicks back with that blue and orange seat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, Juice, I want you to give your insights on the San Antonio Spurs journey up to this point.
Man, I feel like the Spurs put up a great fight. I feel like it's literally probably like one missing piece, and that is what we was elaborating the last of just the mentality of being a real big man, Wimby. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the one piece that they are missing. I'm not gonna say in front like I watched all 82 games or every playoff game, but the enough that I seen, like knowing sports, knowing basketball, playing my whole life, like you have one of the most physical dominant, if not, smart, because I'm pretty sure Wimby is smart players in the league. So it's like I felt like they were playing a little bit of backwards, towards the end of the stretch, or not stepping on the competition enough. Y'all getting up doing these huge leads, like thinking that here we go, this the Wimby that's gonna win the championship so early, so young, and somehow it just slipped away from him. So I just feel as that the Spurs will be fine. Wimby young, he got a lot of time to learn it, but at the end of the day, Wimby has to get that dog in him.
You good,
Yeah,
Juice? You got the dog barking in the background.
Hey, he heard Wimby name.
Yeah, he did. He did. He
He
did.
heard Wimby. He started barking, going crazy.
What's
What's
up, Wimby?
going on?
dog. But yeah, that's
Um,
really all I really feel about it. I feel like Wimby is definitely the catalyst of it, and it's not saying that he's the fault that they lost, but like if they want to get over the top, he has to hit that different level, within himself.
Yeah. Well, Juice, to piggyback on what you said, Juice, about the Spurs, that series could have been way different because the Spurs lost 2 games by a bucket.
yeah.
Wemby missed the shot to win the game, and then they ended up blowing a 29-point lead. So those 2 games go in, we got a 7-game series, and if it would have won 7, I believe Wemby and them would have won. But the basketball guys didn't see that. So
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, sometimes you ever hear that saying? Sometimes the ball bounce your way, and
Yeah.
luckily for the Knicks, the ball bounced away, in the favor of them because at the end of the day, if the Spurs won them 2 games, we would probably be talking about the Knicks at all.
And 100%, I agree with that. But you know how the psychological part of anything, not even just sports, the brain is a powerful place. So if you win 2 games like that already as a Knicks player, Once you get into that situation, you thinking that the game is 0-0, and Spurs is feeling like that too because they already pulled out two like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, even if the Spurs, and I'm not saying it is quote unquote, but even if the Spurs was a better team than the Knicks, once they kept getting into that situation, it was like almost a oh man, here we go again situation. And it's
Right.
kind of like almost a destiny fate feeling, even though it's the players not executing, it's psychological, as soon as you get into that
Right.
situation and knowing that they won that like
Yeah.
that twice already, it was almost like magic.
Right. You know what though? But just to piggyback on that, you have to look at this too. When I said the ball bounced their way, the game that they missed, the game that Wemby missed, game two, Wemby missed the shot wide open. He took a shot in the mid range, which he had to make 99% of the time again. And then in the 29-point law, when they blew that 29-point lead, the boy, I forget his name, the guy who got the tip in. That's a tip in. So I mean,
Yeah.
OG and
at the end
yeah,
of the
we can
day,
say chicken,
it came down to one. It wasn't even possession. It was a miss and a tip. And that's the
Yeah.
difference in the series. And by that, with that being said, San Antonio was the second youngest team in NBA history to even get to the final. So, that's gonna be some lessons, and they're gonna grow strong from that. And I promise you, uh, they're gonna be back and much stronger. And history won't repeat itself. I bet you again because that team with them young guns like that, and now they got that hunger under their belt and been in that real situation time. It's gonna be hard for them to happen to them away again. I promise you
Oh
that.
yeah, for sure,
Yeah, no,
for
for sure.
sure. Yeah, yeah. I
They're
definitely
gonna be
think.
prepared mentally, like you said, Juice. Mentally, whatever
Mentally,
they did, whatever they was missing, they're gonna be the younger team still. And now they got this, and that's gonna be
Yeah.
dangerous.
But we've been here before.
Yeah, that's gonna be
exactly,
dangerous. And
exactly.
now we've been there before and won. We've been there before and lost. So
And
now we hungry to
yeah.
get
Yeah,
back and win.
yeah. You're definitely more. You're definitely more. I would say that if the Spurs go back, they're definitely going to be hungry, and then not only be hungry, but they have some kind of understanding on how it works in the finals, how things
Mhm.
not just the finals, but the playoffs itself. They handled themselves in the series of the playoffs. I'll give them their flowers. They definitely did, put that work in. But when it comes to the real deal, like the finals, this is where you have to put your big boy pants on. Understand that this is not a joke. Okay, you had two games where you could have sealed the deal and tied it up and taken it to game 7, but you
Yep.
didn't. You were selfish. Your team was selfish. There was no timeouts being called, and you were just chucking up threes, making unnecessary shots. You lost your team the game twice. So with that being said, Wemby, you need to get back in that gym, do what you need to do, have a team in, do whatever you gotta do. But something has to change.
Right.
Find that weak spot, change it, come right back to where you were, and get that ring. Because like you said, and what you said, like you gotta have that mentality to want it and to go get it. Okay, you already did it the first time. You can come back, but just don't let it happen a second time. If they go back and it happens a second time, then it's a whole different conversation that we have to have. Because now the world is going to think that. Because the world's going to think that, oh, this guy's 7'4". He's gonna be he's an alien. He's a monster. He can take over anybody. But lost twice in the finals in the span of the second year.
Yeah.
They're gonna look at him more differently. They're thinking that Brunson's better. or LeBron's still the face, or whoever's the face, and they're saying like, oh wow, he's facing NBA, but he just lost 2 in a row.
He's gonna be just like LeBron.
Right. That's right. No, it's true because LeBron has been in situations before. That's why I brought LeBron in the first place. Because if you lose 2 in a row,
LeBron lost his first 2 times getting there. I believe
he did. He definitely did.
I mean, so he can have that
Right.
conversation.
Right. The thing is, he'll be 23 next year, right? If he makes it again at the age of 23, in his second year,
but Airman's, they're already slotted to make it. They made it this year, so they're already going to be favored to get back.
Right, they are. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like when they go back again next year, you have to say like, okay, look, guys, we've been here before.
And you gotta remember that coach was his first year coach too. So that team was young and green.
Yeah, exactly. Head coach young too. Yep. Everybody young.
Around. So you talked about timeouts, and so that don't fall on Wemby. That fall on the coach.
That's why I said the time was weren't called.
Yeah, you got that fall on the coach. Wemby played the game. He can't coach the game too.
Exactly. That's why I said that within those 2 games, it really falls down to the coach and the star player and the team itself. Because last, I don't know if you fans remember, but last Saturday we talked about the foul calls the timeouts weren't being called. When Wemby, to readjust the team a little bit. You always want to call timeout to readjust the team. There's time on the clock still. You need to coordinate on who's gonna get the ball. The ball needs to go in Wemby's hand regardless. He's a starter player. He's 7'4". Goddammit. The ball needs to be in his hand.
But you know what too? That's what you said. They're gonna. I promise you, Harper gonna have a bigger role next year.
Dylan Harper.
Speaking of Harper,
Harper should have been. Dylan Harper was averaging 12 points a game, and then he don't even get no burn, down the stretch. But that's because they, just because you're a rookie don't mean anything. But they try to go with the veteranism, and so now Dylan is going to be a veteran now. All of that rookie stuff is out the window. So I believe that he's definitely going to be a more prominent.
Dylan Harper shined in his first NBA Finals series on both sides of the floor, averaging 18 points a game, 6.4 rebounds.
18? How much did you say again? 18?
18 as a rookie.
And you don't get no burn? Come on, bro. Coaching.
The rookie has it. He's played. He averaged for 49.3% field goal percentage. Mind you, dudes, 49, but averaged 18 that whole run. You cannot tell me he should not be starting over 5. Should he not?
Yeah, he should.
No, he will next year. He will next year, guaranteed.
He will. The stats just proved it.
Guaranteed.
Look at that, y'all. Come on now. Yeah. Now, I've always had an interest in these new rookies because seeing the hype around them, the way how they build their character up in college, and being able to, oh yeah, I heard he's nice. I want to see how nice he is.
He was number 3 in the draft, right? He was number 3 in the draft.
He was number 3. Cooper Flag was number 1.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, number 3 in the draft.
I feel
but
like
the thing is, it's always the top 3. That's always the best. And it's always the ones fighting for that, rookie of the year. But that went towards Cooper Flag. Cooper Flag is
who got rookie of the year?
Cooper Flag.
Oh yeah, well Cooper Flag is
but the thing is, it was between him and his teammate because his teammate from Duke University, who's with Charlotte. It was between him and that boy from Charlotte. But then Cooper Flag got the last minute vote, and that gave him the rookie of the year.
Yeah, well, I ain't gonna put no race into it because the boy can play.
Yeah,
But
definitely can play.
at the
But
end of the day,
He a
at
white
the end of
boy
the day,
yo,
they looking for the next Larry Bird. Let me put it that kind of
yeah,
way.
for sure.
I said
I
that.
mean, so
But the
we
thing
go,
is,
he
he
ain't
can
no,
trash talk. He can ball. That's all I can say. As long as he can ball, that's all I
ain't
care.
none of this going on.
That's
So
what I
you
said. It ain't none of that.
You
It ain't, no,
let me say this, though.
because if Dylan Harper won Rookie of the Year, then we would be having this conversation.
But Dylan Harper don't deserve to get it over them anyway. But at the end of the day, the boy can play. So that's why I said it ain't about that. The boy can play.
That's all we can really say right there.
I
Yeah, he
agree
gonna play.
with it. I agree with both of you guys, bro. But like, not to get off topic, I'm just scared. Cause like we see this story in sports so many times, so many like quote unquote super teams or good teams that once they start to get players that like how guys play like OKC, perfect example. OKC, they had Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Kevin Durant. They even made it to the finals and stuff one time. But once you start to see who you really got, now everybody want to get paid, and you can't keep a team like that together all the time. So
Yeah.
if they don't execute now, get that mentality part and understand that doesn't matter if fucking De'Aaron Fox is a veteran. Dylan Harper should start over to win the game. If they don't win now, execute now, this team that's around Wemby might not be there for long because you're gonna have to pay Wemby a lot of money soon.
Well, speaking of that, Juice, the team right now that I'm projecting, and this is just my projection, that's going to break up because of money is going to be OKC.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
I mean, what's your thoughts on that? Because you got, what's my man name? OG, whatever his name is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he gonna get the bag, and then, but what
Mm-hmm.
about everybody else? And at the
That's
end of the day, you know what I mean?
that's
At the end of the day, they got a three-headed monster over there. Listen, OKC has done this before because they had Kevin Durant, they had
James
Russell
Harden.
Westbrook, and they had Harden. So they've already been down this road, and they didn't seize the moment. But this time they did get a championship with the three they got now. But now the question is that they got that, are they going to stay together? Because now everybody going to want to get paid.
Yeah.
They missed the run to repeat.
I
So
really think
now
that
can they
contract.
stay together with that being said? Because they all stayed together and didn't go for the bag because they were trying to repeat, but that's out the window now. So now do they stay together or do they some of the boys leave and get the bag?
Let me say this. Let me say this. I feel like this new generation is all for the bag. And don't get me wrong, get your money, black men and white men in America, get your money. Don't get me wrong. But I do think the kind of like be devil's advocate to what I'm saying with the Spurs. If anybody can pull that off, it's Popovich. Because he had the Noblies of the world, everybody of the world, unselfish basketball. If anybody gonna convince them to stay together and win,
Well,
I
no,
think it
no,
would be
listen.
that
The
organizational
Spurs
player.
gonna be okay because they're young. They don't, even if they let the Aaron Fox go, that's fine. They young, but all them boys in OKC ain't none of them rookies or nothing. They
Yeah,
ready to get they
No,
ready to get
but
that
that's
bag.
all
but
of
I'm
them
saying
are like in their late 20s, maybe.
if
Yeah, you know what I
If
mean?
Dylan
Them,
Harper keep
and you got to remember,
averaging,
do you want to keep playing
You know who
under
I really feel
Deshaun?
like they should break up? I feel like they.
if Dylan
I would say
Harper and them keep
Hartenstein.
averaging, if Dylan Harper and Champagne and all them keep averaging what they averaging in big moments like that, the bag is going to be, you're going to warrant a bag, and the Spurs going to be able to pay everybody. That's my whole problem.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
right now, you're right. They good. They young. They starting to become a hot commodity, but they ain't as hot. Y'all should win as much as y'all can right now.
Right, yeah. And
Right.
they just hey listen, they got to the finals, bro. So,
Mm-hmm.
that speaks volumes. Wemby gets to the final in his third season.
Yeah, no, that speaks very high volume.
You know what I mean? So like, and Aramis, I'm gonna go on record. What did I tell you at the beginning of the season? What was gonna happen? I
Next,
told you.
the Knicks. We're gonna see what that do.
I told you. I said when they got that draft, I said, man, quit playing. They was doing something, and they got rid of, when they got rid of Chris Paul, I was like, okay. And they just was like, you know what? We just gonna go with the young guns, and it paid off because, you know, I don't believe Chris Paul would have gave you 18 points in the finals.
No, he wouldn't.
Man, hell no.
I
No,
don't
no, he
believe so.
wouldn't.
I
And
love Chris Paul. Don't get
that's
me
my
wrong.
dude. Like he's a
Yeah,
baller,
I
Hall
love
of
Chris Paul.
Famer. I don't think he would have gave you 18. And
After
coming
that,
off the
I
He
bench,
would
really
have
feel
gave you.
like
and
He
listen,
would have gave you
he
10 a
gave him
game.
18 coming off the bench.
He would have gave you 10 a game.
Chris Paul. After that Phoenix run in the finals, I think that was Chris Paul's best chance. And now he just need to go ahead, sit down, make State Farm commercials, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Love him to death. Love
but
Chris
you
Paul.
know what though? With all that being said, shout out to the Knicks. So he could have, should
Shout
have,
out
would
Shout
to
have.
out
the
to the
Knicks.
Knicks. Yes, sir. Yes,
Could have,
sir.
should have, would have.
Yep. All right, let's break it down on the situation of New York City so far. Have you
Oh,
guys seen what the before and after of New York City?
yes.
Yeah, they
Juice,
gonna tear the
Juice.
place down because they've been so hungry for look,
I get
the
that,
last
but
time the New York won
I feel like the
anything
way
was in
that
the
they handle,
90s.
I feel like the way that they handle themselves is a little too much, and I'm gonna break it down to you on that matter. If I could pull up
Yeah.
pull it up for you. Give me a second. But
Yeah, I
Juice,
want to hear what you got to say on that. I want to hear what you got to say on that, Aaron.
I'm about to right now. So, I, so a championship celebration turned into a night of chaos in New York City. Following the Knicks NBA Finals victory, 63 people were arrested as authorities responded to multiple violent incidents across the city. There was also 4 stabbings and 1 shooting that was reported, all because the Knicks won a championship. And a kid got shot. By the way, that was a kid that got shot. They announced that the moment after the chaos happened, that there was a shooting and the kid got shot. 63 arrested. I think it was 10 officers that got injured during that riot. I feel like it was unnecessary, but I can understand why they did that because this shit hasn't happened in 53 years. I can understand that, but but the logical perspective on this is, ripping a hood off a bus, shaking it and setting it on fire is way too much. Way too much. I get it, like this might happen one in a lifetime, but bro, I promise you, they was close to ripping down That's Liberty. If they do that shit, New York City will be shut down all over. Manhattan,
Right.
Bronx, Brooklyn, all of them. All of them will get shut down. I feel like they did too much. Stephen A. said it was too much. A lot
So
of people.
let me ask y'all this question. So let me ask you this: the Knicks win, right?
Right.
Would you have wanted everybody to do just sit down and do some prayers?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like.
I mean, I'm not condoning. I'm not promoting violence. But at the end of the day, let's go back to just, and Juice, you ain't from Buffalo, but Aramis, we from Buffalo. What happens at a Bills game right now? We ain't won jack. We breaking tables,
If you
jumping off
won,
tables,
okay.
drinking gasoline.
I'll answer that question.
So what you think gonna happen when you get them a Super Bowl, or you give anybody that's deprived, where you have a fan base that's crazy?
Yeah, but
and New York has the biggest fan base in the world.
Yeah, but
so
I don't think,
I mean, it's gonna be expected that you're gonna have damage control. Hell, when Maryland won the NCAA championship, they burnt a couple cars up.
Yeah.
And that's college. So I mean, and so let's say this: if it wasn't that behavior, does it change the fan?
I can
And that's a
understand
great question
that. I
because
just feel
so are
like
we supposed to be like, oh, great job, go Knicks, and everybody go home?
Nah,
no. What
hell
I'm
nah.
trying to
That
get
was
to is that I understand, like you should definitely, go crazy because your team or
Hmm.
wherever you're at has won, and this is a
Hmm.
big ass moment. But the part that threw me off was them smashing cars, beating people up, sending people to the hospital.
Yeah, but you know who got beat up? Spurs fans talking shit.
That's what and that's and that's on them. That's on them because why you
Yeah.
coming to New York City talking that hot shit, knowing that they don't. Bro, I've seen clips of people ripping their jerseys off, swinging them around. I'm like, okay, you did that to yourself. Okay,
Yeah.
we can't say
Hey,
nothing about that. You can't go home and be like, oh man, I just got beat up because you did that to yourself. And there
but you know what?
idiots like you are coming and say, oh yo, Spurs in
The,
5. You're like, what?
some people
Take
take
that shit off.
the game so serious, bro.
yeah.
They bleed it. They
I ain't gonna lie to
look
you.
at Juice.
I
Look
feel
at
like
Juice.
I feel
He a
like you seen
Dallas
that,
fan.
bro.
You let Dallas fuck around and win the Super Bowl and
Oh
see
yeah.
what Juice gonna do.
The
Oh
world's
hell
fire.
no, just gonna be
Worldwide. Let me tell you.
I can't
What we
wait to
talking
see
about
that.
now?
I gotta see
Let me
that.
tell you
Yeah.
something.
Just gonna lose his mind. Oh, Dallas won?
But look. If Dallas win the Super Bowl, the world's gonna be on fire.
That's what I'm saying. Cause Dallas, I don't think Dallas has won one. Has there or no?
Yeah,
No,
they won. Yeah, they won three,
we won
four.
a lot, but we have
Oh,
won
okay.
since
They the last time
1995
they
or
won, they
something.
beat us. Buffalo.
Oh, okay.
It was like 95,
Twice.
96.
Twice.
Shit.
Let me say this.
Back
Let me
to
say
back.
this.
Dallas won one. In this
I
era, it's gonna be hectic.
And listen,
I'm
if
looking at.
Yeah,
Buffalo win, if Josh and them win this year,
Oh man.
Buffalo
that's
gonna
what I'm saying.
be
Buffalo gonna be in
burnt the fuck
chaos
down.
too. They gonna be in
City
chaos
Hall gonna be
too.
on fire. They gonna be swinging off the City
Uh,
Hall.
we ain't got no Statue of Liberty, but shit,
I I look at
Buffalo's
it
better
like
watch
this.
out.
I ain't
Buffalo,
from New York, right?
Buffalo is on par with New York City. We get crazy over here too.
I
If
ain't
What?
Bills
from
wins, it's gonna be
I ain't from
nonsense.
New York, but I'm from close to East Coast City, DC. You know what I'm saying? So they get rowdy over there too. So I'm looking at it from both perspectives. I understand you 100%, Ray. Like sports is important. We not people. It's alcohol involved everywhere.
Yeah,
Everybody is going to be rowdy because of this special moment. I guess on the argument side, I could look at it though is the only thing that fuck the school buses and stuff like that. Like I was hearing that some places like storefronts was getting smashed and stuff. Now that is like where I draw the line. Like, cause like if you in these communities, bro, you tearing down your own community, money and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I, but it's hard for me to say that because like you just made a valid point. If Dollars win, I am not liable for any. I think everybody like if Dallas win, I don't know what's going to happen because you gotta understand
yeah,
too and we don't condone doing stuff like this on this podcast for the viewers that's watching. But you gotta understand, like those Spurs fans talking shit. Some people could have had their whole life betting, gambling on this game,
Yeah.
and you know what I'm saying. And that's how emotions get tied up. Even if it was just supposed to be a
Yeah.
game, I got my whole life savings on this game, and you want to put bad juju in the air, you gonna get stomped out.
Yeah.
I tell you this because
Yeah.
I seen a video.
Wait. Let me ask you this, Aramis. So, and I'm gonna ask you, Juice. All right. So, same question, just changed the team. If the Bills was playing for the Super Bowl right now, Aramis, how much you betting?
Mm.
And then, Juice, if Dallas playing for the Super Bowl, how much you betting?
Oh, woo! If Dallas win, so first of all, if we
Juice, you go
make
first.
I'm just and now I'm just trying to say, really, and let's just say you got a couple dollars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's say you ain't like, oh, I ain't got no money. Let's say the money is your money. Your money is okay. I ain't gonna say you're a millionaire or nothing. But let's say your money is okay,
You will
and
be
you
honest
can
with you,
build. You
Ray.
can let's say you can bet up to. Let's say let me put a cap on it so that way we can put it in fair perspective. So let's say each one of your teams win the NBA championship or the Super Bowl. We talking about from a fan's perspective, and you had $100,000 that you can spend. What's your number?
You want me to be honest with you, Ray? If Dallas made it to
Dallas, keep talking about
In the Super
made it to the
Bowl,
Super Bowl, I'm a
Dallas.
married man, so it's how much my wife let me. Because I'm going to the max. I'm going to the limit. And whatever she
So,
shit.
I can
so,
do,
Just
so
like,
if they just say, when
hold
they
on.
just say, you know what, this is a once in a lifetime. You can bet the whole 100,000. You bet 100,000.
100,000 on Jerry Jones and the boys.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna put 4K on the Bills winning that motherfucker.
You gonna put 4K and lead and keep the 96.
I'm
Let-
gonna
let
put
me- let me-
4K on that line. These
Let me tell
So
motherfuckers
you
better
go.
win that
So
motherfucker.
out of the
If
100,000, you're only
they
gonna bet
win,
4K.
yo, I tell you this right now. I put 4K, and if they win, I'm trashing Buffalo, bro. I'm a trash. I'm a
Hey,
trash
but look at
all
you.
over.
You just said 4K out of 100. So that's conservative. Juice letting it ride.
Let me tell you something. I feel like a Knicks fan. I'm 27 years old. Never seen the Super Bowl day of my life.
Hell yeah!
If we make it to,
But
You put it all on
now
the
look
line,
at the.
though.
But hold on, look at the narrative now. So, Aramis, you posed the question. Oh, they went too far. They burnt the car up. You know what I mean? Now, out of everything you said, the only thing that I feel bad about is because the little boy got shot,
yeah, people got
and
hurt.
they ain't shoot him
That
on
was the
purpose.
one thing that kind of
He
pissed me
he
off.
he
Was
got
that
listen. He got shot by innocent fire. Ain't nobody pulled a gun on him. He just
right,
got caught up in some,
right.
unfortunate. But
He got caught up in a misfire and he got hit.
he just got hit. You know what I mean? People
Right.
get hit every fucking year on 4th of July from
Yeah,
busting
that's
off
true.
shots same
That's
fucking way.
true. And I, that was just the only thing that kind of made me feel like okay, like New York City is known for shit like that. Anywhere in the city is known for doing dumb shit like that. And seeing a bus on fire, it didn't really faze me as much, but it did kind of little. It couldn't, it made me feel a little aggravated because I'm like, dude, like a bus, bro, a school bus. But then seeing a kid get shot, I'm like, yeah, that's way.
So wait a minute. So hold on, Juice. Let me ask this, Aramis. So you were aggravated because you saw a school bus on fire. But if the Bills would have won the Super Bowl, would you have felt the same way about that goddamn bus?
Well, no.
Hell no.
Or if Dallas won, would you felt, oh, we put
Let
a
me tell you,
school bus
if
on
Dallas won the
fire?
Super Bowl, if that was the Super Bowl, I'd be pouring the gasoline over.
You gonna burn the whole city down, Juice. That motherfucker ain't gonna survive for the next. It ain't gonna be the same next day. You see burn marks everywhere, Juice.
I don't care about the
You gonna be like,
I'm with you, Artemis. Though I'm with you. I don't care about the buzz. I do care about the people getting hurt though.
that's that's my main concern. I mean, yeah, like that Ray said, like if it was the Bills or if it was Dallas, yes, we were doing the same thing. But my main concern goes towards the injured people, the cops being in the hospital, the kid getting shot. I feel like that was the most uncharacteristic thing. But I feel like the kid, I feel like he should have just stayed away from that situation. Anybody who is in the mix of it, who wants to just not be a part of the situation, you want to just back away because New York City is a crazy
city
place.
already.
It's a crazy place, and on top of that, Buffalo is not that far from New York City. So there's mad people from New York City living in Buffalo too. So if you think the Bills, if the Bills win, half of them city boys and city girls gonna be with us, burn this motherfucker down too. So at the end of the day, you know, I do want to say like rest in peace for that young boy who got shot and killed. You know, it is a tragedy that had to happen, but it wasn't it wasn't planned to a point where like they weren't trying to aim for the kid.
It was an accident.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Deliberate.
It wasn't but oh yeah, let's go shoot everybody up. No, he just got he was at the wrong place at the wrong time.
So let me ask y'all this then. So
okay,
Knicks playing for the finals, one game to close. You know, based off of this conversation, that it could be chaos, it could be pandemonium because they about to close the deal. Do you bring your child?
Yes, I was about to what? Yes.
Do you bring your child, Aramis? And do you bring your child?
No.
The reason why I say no, I'm not even trying to. We grown people, but if I know the atmosphere of a New York and stuff like that, or Philly or something like that, I might not even bring my wife.
No, everybody's staying home. Everybody's staying home. I would rather them be safe than be put in harm's way.
Okay, so hold on. So you're saying that if Buffalo Bills or the New York Knicks or Dallas or any of your team as a fan, we're talking about as a fan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Juice, you're not going to bring your wife to see the game or your child?
Boy, hell no.
Aramis, you're not going to bring your wife or your child to experience
let me say this.
Winning. We're talking about winning professional championship, and you're the greatest fan ever.
Let me say this.
I'll answer that question real quick, and then Juice, you take over. The reason why I say no is because I would prefer my wife and children to be safe. They can still celebrate and whatever, but do it from home.
Yes.
Because it's a family matter. And yes, this is a big opportunity for us to celebrate. But Buffalo has always been so chaotic throughout the years, and we've dealt with so many dumb shit in Buffalo. But just imagine the Bills win. We've been dying for these boys to win. And if Allen brings us a ring, it is chaos all over again from how it was in New York City. No, I want our family to be safe. They can cheer and trash the house. That's fine. Because we can clean the house and do whatever. But this is the city. This is out in the world. This is outside.
Let me say this. Let me put my perspective on it.
Go ahead, Juice.
Football is different. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get into the Super Bowl, most likely you're not going to be playing in the city of your team. You know what I'm saying? They're going to pick one destination in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's a little different. But if we talk about basketball, the only way I can see me taking my wife and my children to that type of atmosphere, that game, if I
go get to a closeout game. We talking about a closeout game.
Yeah. The only way I see me taking my family to that, a slight chance if we are Knicks fans. Because maybe we have a chance because we got the camouflage, the Knicks jersey, everybody to it, to get straight to the car. But we got Spurs jerseys on. I'm not taking
No. Juice, so listen. That we're talking about from a fan's perspective. So let's say your team, not just a team that you just in the final. We're talking about your team. Rather it be a Super Bowl, whatever fan you are and whatever sport you are, even though this basketball trip now, let's just say from a fan perspective, whatever is your team, and you had an opportunity, and that's a good point because football you might not have a chance unless you're a dome team. So let's just say, for the sake of question, your team could play rather any sport in a closeout game, and you playing at home, and you had tickets, was offered tickets to go with you and your family, do you go? At your home team, your team of choice at your home stadium. And then I'm gonna go back to you, Aramis. So, Aramis, you said now if I was given tickets to go, I decline them and say we partying from home. Is that what you're saying, Aramis? I don't want to put words in my mouth, but let's go back to the question. If that is the narrative,
Yes, because I'm more capable. I want to protect my family at all costs. Yes, I want to be there to celebrate my team that won, but I have to make a consecutive decision. Would I want to put my family in harm's way, or would I want to be home and still celebrate while I'm at home? I would want to choose that matter and make sure that my wife and kids is safe at home, and then we gonna celebrate together. That's just how I feel like for me, like that's. But for other people,
let me ask this though. Well, that's a good point. But so let me ask this, Aramis, because Juice bumped off. He probably hope he jumped back on. So now you're telling me that you feel that the magnitude of that game is dangerous for a fan.
It's not
too dangerous for a fan because I don't want to go,
it's
or
not,
is it just your personal preference to say you're not going to take no chance?
No, I'm saying okay. So let me re-answer that question for you real quick.
Okay,
we could go right. Let's say let's say that it's not too crazy.
No. This is the Super Bowl. Buffalo Bills playing in the new stadium
but like
for the Super Bowl. And they gave you tickets for you and your family.
Okay.
And knowing that it could get crazy, knowing that it might not be too crazy, but it's going to be crazy because it's historical.
It is. But there's also levels to how crazy it can get. Because the Bills is winning a championship, and that's what their level is going to be at. If we're receiving tickets, me, my wife, and my kid, to go watch our team win a Super Bowl.
A Super Bowl at home.
We are going to go watch it.
Hey, my bad.
We are, but if we know that you know that it's going to get crazy, which it is, it will.
Hold on, Amos. Let me just bring him up to speed at the question, and I don't mean to cut you, but we're gonna go back to you, Amos. But the question was: so, with that being said, you're telling me that if you're, let's just from a fan perspective, whether football, baseball, basketball, whatever, and you have a chance to have a closeout game in your hometown, and you were given tickets for your family of, let's say, 3 or 4 to go. And then you know the magnitude of the game and how chaotic it could be. Look what happened in New York City. Do you bring your family to the game? And it's a historic moment. And then now we're going to get back to Aramis.
Hey, this is what I was trying to explain. So basically, let me put a hypothetical for you. Because it all depends on circumstances. But, like, I know this could never happen. But, like, you know my favorite team, the Dallas, and you know how Dallas mean to me, right? So say in a magical world, I know this could never happen because of division and shit, but say in a magical world, the Cowboys played the Commanders in the Super Bowl in DC. I would not be taking my family to that.
And you got tickets to the Super Bowl.
But let me tell you something. If we was in Dallas, if we was in Dallas, yes. But
no. In your hometown. The question is in your hometown.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Me, I'm all there for it. But if I got people that I'm taking care of, bro, you just like New York. I know how DC get. We might not make it out the motherfucking the stadium.
That's what I said. I believe in the moment that shit even happened.
Let the Cowboys beat the Commanders, and we got this blue shit on. We might not make it out the stadium.
Bad.
So
if the Cowboys won or Dallas or Washington won, does anybody make it out the stadium? Somebody gonna get out the stadium. They ain't gonna blow it up.
Yeah, but let me say this, and there's no disrespect to anybody's city. But we all know there's rougher places in the world, like New York, DC, Philly. Shit. Philly got a jail and they had a jail in a stadium, the
Yeah,
Black
yeah,
Hole.
Philly do.
You know,
Yeah,
it's certain
a
places
holding
that I
cell,
know
holding cell. Yeah,
as a sports fan, that I will be cautious of taking my lady or my children to because it's known to get rowdy without a Super Bowl.
hey, just would say you got to get home.
Got it.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, yeah.
and
You
look,
gotta get home, man.
hey,
You
look, when
got
that
to
was
get
happening,
home.
I was having that technical difficulties, and I was talking to my wife, and she was like, "Was it that serious out there?" I was like, "Well, somebody got, unfortunately lost their life." And then she
Yeah,
was like, "Well, we could just sneak and get to our car." I said, "They was breaking innocent people cars. What happened if we get to the car and be like, dang?"
I mean, because at the end of the day, you don't know where the celebration is going to go.
Going to start.
And then you got to
Exactly,
remember, ain't
exactly.
nobody moving. If Buffalo was to win a Super Bowl and you was in Orchard Park, nobody's getting out of there. Nobody.
Oh,
In DC,
that's true though.
nobody's getting out of there.
Let me say that. That's true though. If we, I would have to have a conversation. And not even trying to be funny. I know everybody can take care of their own self, especially my wife strong. But if we was into that situation, I would already had this conversation and said, "Hey, as soon as that joint hit double zeros, we gotta find."
You're not going to get out. You're not going to get out. Double zero, you're not going to get out. You better leave in the
No,
third
you're
quarter.
not.
You're not going.
Definitely
You're
we
not
not.
gotta
going
leave.
to leave the
We
Super
gotta leave for
Bowl
like.
or the NBA Finals in the third quarter. You're not going to do that. Nobody's going to do that.
Oh
But
man,
though,
I don't
Aramis,
know.
so Aramis, let me go back to you because you said that you would have to make a decision to say, hey, I know the possibilities. And so for that, I would decline.
Yeah, honestly,
I
That
think
what
for
you
me,
said, Aramis?
I would definitely say yes because I would have known and before and before I would even make that decision, I will ask my wife like, is this something that you want to go do? Because this is a big moment for us. If you we have to agree if we have to go. If we go, we're gonna be on the chaotic bullshit that's going on in Buffalo because we
Yeah.
just won. Or would you prefer to stay at home and celebrate from home
And
because
stuff at the home.
we know the outcome is
Yeah.
going to be?
But
that
that is a valid for all of our people. Listen, we even got off on a tangent, but that is a valid point because some fans are fanatic enough to say, "Hey, this is a once in a history moment that I don't want to miss, and I could be present." And then you got some that's going to say, "Well, you know what? I love the game enough and love them, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to defer because I don't trust that
let
it's
me
not going to be enough security and it's not going to be enough
right.
things to hold it together to bring my family."
Let me and let me
And
and let
that's
me
a tough question because every Super Bowl, every finals, everything when you get to that point where you can win a chip, is sold out.
and let me say this, not to interrupt you or not to take a dark turn, but the truth is not to make light of the situation, but 9 times out of 10, Jalen Brunson is not going to pay for that little boy funeral.
Oh,
So
the NBA
he don't.
should. The
You know what I'm
NBA
saying? The
should.
NBA, the
The
NBA
NBA should. The
should.
NFL should. So to me, that liability should be on the onus of the host.
Yeah, the NBA should, and well, I agree, and they might damn near should, they might possibly will, but at the
Yeah,
same time, it's like I guess the bigger picture I'm saying is like just because I wanted to go see Jalen Brunson, I would never get that person back because of that moment. You know what I'm saying?
right,
You
right.
have to
Yeah,
keep that in
but you
mind.
also gonna say I'm never gonna forget that moment that the Knicks won and they hadn't won in 53 years.
Man, if my kid died in the Knicks and I'm a Knicks fan, fuck the Knicks.
Well, if your kid died, you gonna be the only one that feel bad and no disrespect.
Yeah,
Rest in
yeah,
peace.
that's true. But I
But
do
at the
believe
end of the
the Knicks
day,
lost a fan.
yeah. But Aramis, I do respect that because at the end of the day, the world we live in is just so crazy. No, no, no. The world we live in is crazy, but that just show you how crazy being a fan can
Of
be.
sports.
Because look at we all admitted to ourselves, if we put the scenario on us, it would be no different. And then
Yeah.
like you said, Aramis, you know, some of this done went too far. But at the end of the day, you know, nobody can explain what it is when you're a true fan. You got some fans that'll run on the field butt naked just for. Are they doing it because they do it? But for in that case, I think doing it for attention. But just think about if you was a LeBron, Aramis, you a Steph Curry fan, and it's some fans that just want to touch him, run on the field and touch him,
And,
just because they're
and
so in love with that player as a fan.
and basically, Rick, to elaborate on your point, basically, how deep fandom is. We got young stars that's not even from that city that is like barred from being harmed in that city. If when John Wall was the point guard of the Wizards, he's not even from DC. If you laid a hand on John Wall, the whole city would have been on you.
Yeah, but look at some fans just want to be able they embrace and love the image of their team and their players so much that they're willing to do anything.
That's why I'm agreeing with you. Like DC is a rough city, and for somebody not to be from my city, John Wall is the star that he could go anywhere. He could go in the slum DC right now, and nobody would ever even bat an eye because that's John Wall and what he did for our city.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how
You
hard
got listen. You got not to make it a sexual thing, but you got groupies, men and women,
right
going after players because they're in love with the idea of a
of
player,
him.
a
Right.
fan,
Let me tell you
or
something real
her.
quick.
Because look at people around. Angel Reese got to have so much security because niggas is trying to get at her, let
Yes.
alone the women trying to
Exactly.
get up at men.
Let me tell you something.
Look at Will Chamberlain. Will Chamberlain said he slept with he said he slept with 10,000 women. Do you know
Right.
how many women that is? That says, "Hey, take it, Will." What?
Let me
That's
tell you
That's
something.
just
And
crazy.
let me tell you
crazy.
something. Let me tell you something. The last thing I'm to elaborate on that. The reason why my point where I was trying to make it, like to make it clear for the fans, like how big sports is. I'm from Washington D.C. and there are places I still won't go to this day. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's not from my city could be there and eat a ham sandwich in the middle of the road and no one would dare touch them. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That's how
yeah,
big sports is to people.
yeah. It's big, but you know what though? You gotta love the fan. I'm a fan. I've been a
Got
fan
to.
all my life. Some people are born and their parents brainwash them to be a fan, and they don't know no better.
Man,
And
I don't care.
a fan lives vicariously through his team, and some of them live vicariously through their player. They can't. Like that's right now, Aramis. I could say LeBron ain't shit. Now you done all the hair done stood up on your back.
What?
You know what I mean? You ready to defend it?
Yeah.
LeBron ain't the motherfucking shit. He's trash.
Let me tell you
You like
something. Let me tell you something, guys.
what? You know what I
We
mean?
love we love all teams and all sports. We respect everybody, but the worst fans is Oakland fans. I personally see Oakland fans fight each other.
Yeah,
Like,
the
and I'm
Raiders.
like,
The Raiders.
wow. So this is
Yeah.
what I'm saying. These to go back when we were talking about these environments, you already know about the black hole. You already know about. I was in a Buffalo Wild Wings and I see two Oakland people in the jersey punch each other over a third down that Derek Carr missed.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
This how
it's just it's so Aramis, so Aramis, let me ask you this. So do you think that a true gun ho fan has mental issues?
yes.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Aramis, what you feel on that? Do you think a fan to be to that point has a mental problem? Do he need therapy? Counseling? What do you
If
feel
he
about
got
that, Aramis?
Y'all,
if he got mental problems, then yeah.
No, 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 no,
I'm
no,
gonna
no, no,
say
no.
it.
I didn't say if he's a fan of that magnitude and we will drive to do certain lengths for our team. Do we have a mental problem?
No,
But then why are we out here burning up buses, shooting
because
guns, and doing the things we
a
do?
team a team that hasn't won in that long, and they finally win one.
So
You
that
can't.
means that your mind is okay to be destructive, and that's not something wrong mentally.
Yes and no.
Hey,
I'll
just
say,
ask the question.
I'll
I'm
say
asking
yes
the question.
and no. Yes, but at the same time, no, because no, you shouldn't be destructive. But on top of saying yes, because you guys haven't won in years, but I feel like you could have handled that situation a lot more differently. But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, it's the Knicks. You know, they're that's what they're known for, trashing and
Yeah, but
doing
it ain't
garbage.
just the Knicks because that city
It
could
did.
have
Yeah,
burnt
it
in
ain't.
any city.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Philly,
saying. Yeah,
DC,
but I think but the
Buffalo. You know.
but the issue behind that point is, like you said, like anywhere it can happen. Buffalo, New York, Philly. What about Baltimore? But if like Baltimore wins it,
Oh man.
Baltimore too. Baltimore's another city that can go that can be chaos too. DC.
Right. Right.
A lot of cities that is known for that can do that kind of stuff. If their
Mhm.
team wins, you just
Let me
best be
tell you
safe
something.
or stay in your homes if you don't want to be a part of it. If you don't want to be part of it, then stay at home. But
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna answer your question, Ray. Do we have mental problems? Yes, yes, I do. Because if the Cowboys win, I'm not gonna tell you with the length. I'll be on that operating table with a kidney missing for the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl.
oh my god, I see that. I see. I
I'll
don't
be
know
at the
if I can
game
do
like,
all of that.
yeah.
Nah.
Uh,
Mighty
yeah, I'm
said this
not
is
gonna get.
physical
Hey,
therapy,
hey,
bro.
hey, Aramis, I love. I'm a sports fanatic, 50 plus years, but I'm not giving up on Oregon.
Let me tell you something.
That's what I said.
Hey,
I'm
let me tell you
not.
something.
That's exactly what
Jerry
I said.
Jones.
No,
Let me tell you. Hey,
no.
Hey,
if I give up
You
hey,
that
might have
kidney,
got that, man, but that
let me
ain't
tell you
me,
something.
bro.
I give up that kidney for a Super Bowl. Jerry Jones gonna put me in the Ring of Honor.
Oh,
oh
nah,
my
that went
God,
Put
to
me up there.
physical therapy. Get this man physical therapy real quick.
yo, listen. Hey, but you know what though? That is just so crazy because and let's bring it back to be serious because at the end of the day, if for you to be able to be in a situation and you can be able to get your mind to put you in that state of mind, you have to have some mental problem to
Yep.
go there. And it's called triggers because you don't never know what can trigger you. But you love the sport and you love the team and it drive you so much that thing could trigger you. Because at the end of the day, if our teams was to win a championship, we gonna be out of pocket
Mm-hmm.
for sure. But not like you said, Aramis, how much out of pocket are you going to be? And then now you can say, hey, I was, you know what they have a word for that I know it's called? I was temporarily insane.
Temporarily
And that is
insane.
a medical problem thing where people can do say I was temporarily out of my right frame of mind. And that is a medical issue.
Mhm.
So let me tell you something. I love the sports podcast. I want to be on this, more often and currently, because I love sports. But that's how powerful sports is. You could have a terrible day, your car messing up, your job acting wrong. But the icing on the cake is if your favorite team lose and you gotta go on first take and watch them talk crap about your team or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That makes you feel 30 times worse
Yeah, but
about the day.
or you could say you could have had a fucked up day. Your child had to go to the hospital, and for your team to win,
Yeah, now you like,
it's a
at least we
relief.
got something.
It's
Hold
a
on, Russell.
relief.
I'll be right back. Go ahead.
But anyway, yeah. But what else we got, Aramis? We ain't mean to get off topic on that one, but
No, no,
that is a good topic because fans are crazy about their team.
100%. 100%. Okay. Next topic. Let's get into. I know we're not I know we're not fully into the off season right now, but let's go ahead and just break the ice. There's a few trades that is going to be happening soon, and I want to run you guys by some names, and I want you to give me a team that fits this player. Ray, I'm gonna start with
Okay.
you first. Okay,
Okay.
let's go with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Which team do you feel like will suit him best,
Hey,
and why?
hey, 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 Juice, you gonna like this one. If everybody stay in place, Giannis wins and goes to the Lakers.
In the
Straight up.
dream.
I
I
can see
mean, you
that.
gonna have LeBron there. You got what's the white boy name that came from
Luca,
Dallas? You got him, Luca, and they just need a big man. And at the end of the day,
DeAndre
that's a
Ayton.
quick 1 or 2 year deal, and he goes. So that would be to me the ideal fit. LeBron doesn't leave; he stay, and LeBron other son comes in as well. And then that LeBron ends on that note with both his sons on the team and Giannis and Luca, and that puts them in a position where they can compete against the Spurs and OKC for that coming out the West. So I think I would say the ideal fit, and he has to go to a market that's big enough to support them. And LA is probably one of the biggest markets in the country.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Juice. Who do you feel like Giannis? Because Ray, you said Lakers.
Mhm.
Juice. What's another team that will fit best for Giannis?
So I know this one might sound absurd or whatever because they
All
just won the championship, but the Knicks, I think Giannis should replace Cat because Wemby ain't gonna come back but nothing but stronger. And I'm sorry, not to talk bad about another man, but Cat is not aggressive enough for me yet. You know
So
what I'm
so wait,
saying?
wait. You're saying that they trade Cat,
If
but
I
yeah,
right.
but
let me look
Giannis
at
is a
this,
free agent, so there wouldn't be no need to trade him because
yeah,
they
just
could
pick
just
him up.
cut some other players.
Because let me tell you something about this. I watched Cat. Cat. I feel like Cat beat him out of experience, out of hustle, out of everything. But when we get that mindset that we was talking about, that monster mentality, is already anybody. Even Giannis will have a hard time with him. He's just not as Cat. Is just not physical enough for me, bro. I don't know why. Maybe it's a personal thing. Watching him play, I'm sorry, but Cat is not physical enough. And I think when you starting to get into years of Wimby, you're gonna need that.
Right. So you saying he go there, Cat stay or not? That's still a good move. And I
Yeah,
think
I mean, I'm gonna
if he go
cap.
there, you still keep Cat and you bring Giannis in, and now you got a four-headed monster.
Yeah, I don't even know the cap situation. So if they could keep Cat, of course, but I think for the long term of like trying to win a championship, in the near future, I would have to replace Cat because when we get into the monsters like Wemby and stuff like that, I don't know if Cat can keep pulling that off with his style of play.
Right. Or you just have to say what I would say to that is you just move Cat to the four. What do you feel? What do you feel about that, Aramis? Move Cat to the four
As a power forward,
or forward. Yeah, and then you bring Giannis at the five. That's what I would. I wouldn't get rid of Cat. I would keep him and just move Cat to the
I
four.
would keep Cat. I feel like Cat and Giannis will be a good duo big.
Nasty. That's nasty. Plus with Brinson and all them boys,
Putting
that's nasty.
putting Cat at the four would definitely hit him.
Cat is
Would
Yeah.
definitely would
a
definitely would
phenomenal
definitely hit
player.
him.
Hey, Juice. We just said that you don't get rid of Cat. You move Cat to the four.
Move
Yeah,
Cat to the four and then put
Yeah,
Giannis at
move
the
Cat to the
five.
four, bring Giannis to the five. Now that's nasty. That means that this
Yeah,
the
yeah.
championship gonna run through New York for years to come.
Do you know
It
how
might not be
many?
in New York City left
I
after
don't
that.
think. Okay, I'll say this. I'll say this. And these are all good teams right here. Okay, now imagine if we see a full 1 year long with Giannis not getting hurt that whole span, them boys is getting another ring. If Giannis can stay healthy in that time period,
nobody beats New York.
Nobody beats New York. I'm sorry to say that, but
Nobody beats New York. Yeah.
because the thing like
now
he can get hurt.
you way past the Spurs at this point. I don't give a fuck how much Wemby do.
Cat is not fucking with Giannis. He ain't fucking with Cat.
Nah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like Cat is a phenomenal player. Don't get me wrong.
But you know what it is. But you know there's a juice. Really, what you're saying is that they really need a true big because Cat is really a power forward. He's in a big. He could be a big, but he plays like a power forward.
He's more. That's right. Yeah, I think he's more of a power forward. But they just need somebody that's.
Yeah, they've been using. They don't have no New York. New York won basically playing small ball.
Yes, because
once Cat goes to the bench, who else do they have besides Mitchell Robinson?
Look, Cat is a phenomenal player, but if Wemby switch in his brain and start playing with a lot of tenacity, I just don't see the Knicks keep edging them. You know what I'm saying?
And I promise you, Wemby gonna go in the off season. He already gonna have a new work. He gonna go to another place to train. He gonna hook up with Elon Musk and go to Mars and get some air off Mars and gain about 10 pounds and come back with 10 pounds of muscle, and then he really gonna be out of this world.
Right.
You need to get that with them Hall of Famers and get better because he did that before. He need to do that shit again.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I think.
What about you? What about you, Hermes? Where do you say Giannis go?
Miami.
Really? Who's down to Miami?
I would say Miami because
does that move put Miami in the championship contending to beat the Knicks?
No.
I would say I just feel like Miami.
Asking the question because why would Giannis go there then?
I just feel like
he don't need no money
Miami because the way how Bam plays, he's aggressive too. He's more aggressive than Cat. The way he attacks the paint is just adding more force to that to that team would definitely help it out. Because like if you put Bam at the 4, you play Giannis at the 5, I feel like that'd be a killer team right there as well. That'd be a killer duo.
Yeah.
But
to me, they still need a guard. Maybe they trade for the boy from.
still need a guard. Okay.
What's the boy name that play? I'm just having a brain fart. I apologize. What's the boy that play in Memphis?
Memphis.
Yeah. What's the boy the guard? John Morant. Yeah, you bring John Morant down to Miami with Giannis. But John Morant got to get out. John Morant has to get out of. Is leaving Memphis. I promise you, he is.
Yeah, he has to.
Yeah,
that was my next question to figure out where is Ja gonna go. So I can pull that up too. Hold on, give me a second.
Now, if you bring Giannis and John Morant with Bam to Miami, man,
that might be something.
Man,
how do you see him going to Minnesota with Ant? And then the Grizzlies acquired Julius Randle and Dante DiFrancesco, and
I don't see Morant. Not John Morant. I can see Giannis going to there, but I don't see Morant going because you already got Ant-Man.
Yeah,
you got Ant there, so you don't really need another guard for real. You need to get rid of that soft ass nigga they got. Well, not no disrespect, but they go beer. Go beer.
Yeah, I see go beer. Actually, what about
now if you want to talk about soft, he's I mean Gobert is cool, but he ain't no Giannis.
I think Ja, just be honest, and not trying to be funny. I know we're talking about basketball, but I think Ja and Ant-Man will be a big distraction off the court.
Yeah, that's too much. And because
They on the same team, they gonna
that's
be-
already Ant's team. Like
You
you
got a
don't
nigga with
need
baby
Morant.
mama issues. Yeah, nigga with a
You don't
gun,
need that.
with a gun
That's too much
problem.
clash.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
too
that's
much
too much clash.
class.
That's too much.
That's
That's
too
too
much
Yeah,
much
it's too
class.
of the
much.
same
If
cloth on the
anything,
same team.
I would send
Yeah.
him in a package with where Giannis is at. I feel like
Yeah, if you send Morant
you
and
guys should go
Giannis in a
with Giannis.
package, that's
I feel like
mean.
that'd be a crazy duo.
Yeah, that's mean. That's that. Now
That
you could
anywhere
bring
Giannis goes, John needs to go there.
you can
That's all
send
I
them two to Charlotte, and Charlotte is in the mix.
Oh my gosh! If you go to Charlotte with Melo and
Yo, that's crazy.
But let me tell you
Miller,
something. If Ja and Ant-Man in on the same team, it's either going to be two of one thing. It's either going to be they're going to be best of friends and cause chaos together, or they're going to be too much of the same cloth and they're going to be butting heads because
Yeah,
they're same person
but from a
almost.
basketball perspective, how does that play?
Yeah,
Because both
no,
of
yeah,
them
because they
play the
they
off
because
both
they
need the
both
guard.
want the
ball.
ball.
None of them play the point. Ant don't play the point, and neither do Ja.
They both need the ball.
That's what I'm saying. They both need the ball. But the thing is,
Yeah.
who would stop player on that team? That's Ant's team.
Yeah, the Ant team. They
Yeah.
would
So
feel like that's a
if
disrespect.
anything, if you add Ja's gonna make it seem like, oh, this is my team. No, nigga, you came to me.
Yeah,
You
that's
needed
a
to help.
disrespect. Yeah, that's a
Go play with
disrespect.
it. What? And on top of it, Jared Jackson is not there anymore. He's not in Memphis no more. So really, bring Giannis to Memphis, and there you go.
Yeah, but you know what? The only thing let me tell you something about that. The only thing with that is Giannis just came from a small market team. He's not going to go to another small market team.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
It's a small market team. He played for years and he at this point in his career where he want to be able to be in a big market team, a big market place because he's been in a small market team and he wanted to get back on a championship contender. He would be better off they would be better off going to Golden State if that's the case.
Golden State.
Now, does Golden State take Giannis and Morant with Curry?
What about Dark Horse? What if we send Giannis to Kevin Durant?
Warriors we're already on Earth.
You mean to Houston?
Yeah, what if you send him with Kevin Durant? You think that'll give Kevin Durant enough to work with?
Down to Houston?
Yeah. That's a big market. It's a big market.
No.
Yeah, that's a big market, but they're gonna have to give up some people.
With that organization.
Yeah, they got to give up some people because they only one
you
player
gotta give
away.
up like Jabari Smith. I would say give a Sinjin because he can't play no defense.
Mm-hmm.
It's already been said he can't play defense because anytime they switch on him, they blow right past him. He can't play defense. So I get rid of him. Get rid of Jabari Smith for Giannis, and then have KD, and then you got Fred VanVleet at the 1, and then you still got that kid from last year's draft, the Twins. What's his name? I forgot his name. Asur Thompson.
Yeah.
Yeah, Asur Thompson. You got him who's a lockdown guard as well.
Mm-hmm.
Along with KD, Giannis.
Yeah.
Or you know what though? Here's a wild card. What if you send both of them to the Boston
Celtics?
Ooh. I would say Giannis to Boston, but not no Ja.
No,
Ja
do you bring Ja and Giannis? And if you do, who do you get rid of? Because Tatum's staying.
Jaylen Brown staying. He still got
Jaylen Brown staying.
Pachar gotta go.
But you gotta think about it. Boston is a viable market because that's a big market team. And they got pieces that they can let go.
Pritchard, Derek White.
I mean,
they can go.
Yeah.
What about
you bring Ja and Giannis to Boston?
Put Ja off the bench. Ja
what about
behind their
Ja don't need Ja can start. He can start there.
Oh, he can. Giannis can be the 5.
Yeah, Giannis just do the 5. You have Tatum, you have and then you bring in whoever and anybody else. Plug and play.
What about
John
small?
not gonna go nowhere and not start. Let's just make sure we understand that. He's a
Yeah,
starter.
he's gonna
He's
want
a
to
true
start. He's gonna
starter.
want
He
to
just
start.
got a lot of off the court issues, but he's a true starter. Like, come on now.
He's the true starter of the day. He
What
got
He can go
about
to the
he
Lakers
got
right
this
now
stuff.
and start. He can go to anywhere and start. Like, come on, bro.
He gonna
What guard is
dominate.
gonna keep him out?
what about small market though? I know you say you want to pay for a big market, and I agree with that. What about them two going to Denver?
Well, Denver is a bigger market than both of them two cities. Denver's not so
Yeah,
small of a market,
you know
but
what I'm
Denver,
yeah.
saying? But it's like,
Denver's always
what
been a
if?
bigger market.
Yeah, but Denver not gonna give up the white boy. They're not gonna give up what you call it.
They're not gonna
But
give up Jamal. They're not gonna. On top of it, he ain't starting
They're
over
not give up
Jamal.
Joker.
Look,
They're not gonna give up
look,
Joker.
look what you said though. Giannis is a free agent.
He ain't starting over Jamal Murray. I know that.
Yeah,
Jamal
Giannis is
Murray
a
No.
a
free
better ball
agent.
player
So
than
what
than,
about
than
what about Aaron Gordon? Would you get Aaron Gordon up?
Yeah. Goodbye.
Okay, that's a valid
What?
trade.
Aaron Gordon, you know what I'm saying? Give Aaron Gordon
Yeah,
up for somebody.
his old ass can't do it no more. Send his
Well,
ass
I
out
mean,
of there.
but I'm just saying he just ain't if you put Eric Gordon at his best, he still don't beat them two.
Mm-hmm. I'm saying Aaron Gordon, maybe a couple more role piece places, and put Jaw and
Yeah.
free agent Giannis over there. How would you think that team look? Now you got Giannis, Jokic, Jamal Murray, and
Yeah, that's
When
that,
that
but
Durant.
that,
happens,
but that,
Denver's
that,
going
that,
back
that,
to
yeah,
Denver's going
that
back
puts
to
them over the
small.
top because you're talking two superstars. I put any team that they pick up, you got to be able to figure like, okay, you can almost rebuild the team around them too, let alone add to the fire. You feel what I'm saying?
If you give Jokic another big, do you know how many assists he's going to
It's
have?
over. Yeah, it's over. It's over. That's like an all-star
Especially a
game.
big,
He will
especially a
dominate.
big like Giannis,
He
where
will
Jokic
dominate
can
the
still play
triple
the
double
center.
king. He will be
Yeah. But you
crowned.
know what? Let me ask y'all this though, because the one team that's gonna be rebuilding again, and they're still gonna keep what's my man name in Philly? Because Philly gonna rebuilding again because they still can't win with what's the
Joe
center their name?
Embiid,
Embiid,
Embiid.
Embiid. And
Embiid
so
was thinking
now
about leaving.
Embiid says that he's going back there, but Embiid's a free agent this year, or does he does he stay?
He needs to go somewhere else.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. But B, I love B is a monster. Don't get me wrong, but it's something about it. Like when you Ray, you could probably attest with this. You seen the old guard. It's something about a player that you could see that he might not pan out like what everybody think he going to pan
Yeah,
out.
because
And it's like
he's too big to not want to be. He go back to you. He reminds me of a Gobert. He's soft.
right.
He don't want to be in the paint for real, for real.
But it's like he's like, you know how many stories we have like that? Zion Williamson. You like, oh, he gonna be the best, but you like it's a
But
clause in
why
there.
you
You see that being a
bullshitting?
big problem.
The alien don't want to be in the paint neither.
No, he
Yes.
don't want to be in the paint. He
Why
want to
you
be out and
bullshitting?
about.
He go in and out because he long, but you know what I mean? He ain't going down there and post up and dominate. He want to get back out on the wing.
But and that's why I
Exactly.
said Wimby gotta make that decision right now because he could end up like that. Wimby got the potential. We still want the
Yeah,
hype for him.
it
Listen,
really just depends on how
if
he gonna hit.
Wimby was here's the thing. Let me ask you this. So here's the true thing. We're gonna take two centers, and if you take Wimby right now in his prime, after he just lost, and let's say he gained 10 pounds of muscle, does he beat a Shaq in his prime?
Hell no, I don't think so.
I
I
don't
mean,
think
because Shaq ain't going out the paint.
no,
Because this is the thing
not.
about that.
And I don't think, and I don't think even his prime, he would,
Because Shaq went on record to say that he would beat Wemby in his prime, hands
Yes,
down.
the hell he will.
Yes,
Yes,
he
the
would.
hell he will. Bro. Who said? Listen. I'll say this right now. Shaq facing women right now, he will send him packing in a fucking UFO back to outer space because he's an alien. He will pack him up, send him in a UFO, and go back to where he ever came from. Because he ain't fucking with Shaq in that paint. He definitely not.
I think
We're talking about Shaq in his prime.
Shaq in his prime will dominate Wemby right now.
Yes, and I think it's a
What are we
Let me
doing?
ask you this. Let me
Ray,
ask you
you
this.
know this. You know this.
Hey,
Juice, back me up, man. What are we talking about?
The Shaq. Let's talk about the young Shaq. The young Shaq that played in Orlando that went to the finals and lost when he was a little bit lighter.
Yes.
But let me tell you,
Listen, I don't care. I'm saying this on air. Shaq, prime, Orlando Magic boy is Wemby's not touching.
Let me tell you why though. This is why I believe why. Maybe y'all got different reasons, but I believe why is because even if Wemby get 10 pounds, we're gonna have to see how he really reacts to that 10 pounds. His frame, maybe not used to carrying that. Shaq is born 300 pounds. You know what I'm saying? So if Wemby get all this muscle and becomes slower, his jump shot could be affected. Everything it takes time for you to adjust to your new body.
But I feel like it'll be a tougher challenge that if he faced Shaq in his prime, I feel like that will open up Wemby's game a lot more better, and it'll give him some ideal tips on how to handle somebody that's twice his size but with more muscle. So for example,
so let me say this. In the comments, they said that in the comments, or I saw the article, they were saying, yeah, Shaq would dominate him in the paint, but Wemby would even it out because Shaq ain't going out to the three.
That's the only issue I feel like will be a close game. I feel like, but the thing is,
but I don't think that matters in my opinion.
The thing is,
but that's
the real question
what they was arguing.
The real question is here, Juice, is that who is going to have that ball the more?
Yeah. You know what, though? Shaq going to foul Wemby out. He have a chance to shoot those three. Shaq going to foul Wemby out.
Exactly. Hack and Shaq.
No, that's a great point, Juice, because, Wemby
gonna be mad. He gonna
all them elbows and being mad ain't going to phase Shaq. Shaq going to be like, nigga, we can
make him flop all the time, man. Wemby going to be kind of like...
By the time we look up in the second quarter, Wemby got 4 fouls.
But the thing is, Shaq gonna have about like 15 fouls because Wemby smacking all this other shit while he trying to pump. You feel me? Just
because I know you do. Artemis, I know you a basketball, a genius. So and I know Ray, you got to see it firsthand. So I know but I don't think people understand how athletic Shaq really was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, he got the shooting knock, whatever, but he had handle, he had speed, he had footwork. I don't think they understand how athletic Shaq really was for that size.
You know what they said? So you know why they were saying Shaq shot so bad from the free throw line? The reason why they said Shaq shot so bad from the free throw line because at the time when he was at LSU, he grew so much, his hands were so big. He said the basketball in his hand felt like a softball.
Because his hand's big as hell. How do you expect a big man to shoot volleyball?
Same thing with Rondo. Rondo said he had to kind of shoot like this because his hands
so big. Yeah. He said his hands grew so big he kept having to change the form because his hand was still growing and he as soon as he got used to one style, the hand grew more.
But it's like Shaq's so great. It's just like every superhero, even Jesus. Jesus walk on water. Like people going to find something about somebody that's great like that to be like to discredit Shaq. Shaq is fucking so good that they're gonna focus on that. Like, but look what Shaq have done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, that was just something I read and saw where Shaq was saying, man, in his prime. He said he loved Wemby, though. Like he said, Wemby, the next prototype. The game has changed. But at the end of the day, if you put them two against each other, he said, man, I would smash his ass. So what else you got, Aramis? What else?
Okay.
I probably got about 10 more minutes, and I got to get out of here, too. I got some stuff to do.
Yep.
About 10 minutes.
All right, well, this is going to be the last one, okay? It's going to be the last one.
Juneteenth and Father's Day. Come on now. We got to get outside.
Yes, sir.
I'm already started. I'm over here.
Man, we got to get outside. I got some tequila right now.
All
But
right.
go ahead,
So
Hermes. What else we got? But let's finish that up. Hands down, we all agree a primetime Shaq crushes a primetime Wemby
Yes.
absolutely,
right
And
now.
because he got Kobe too.
Well,
absolutely.
we just talking about just mano a mano.
Yeah, this mono, of course, but I'm
One
saying
v
like
one. Yes,
individually.
absolutely,
Yeah, mano a mano. Yeah.
Mono, of
absolutely.
course.
All right. All right. Last topic for today. Trey Young opting out of his contract. Free agency this coming up off season.
Trey
Where we
Young.
think
Oh yeah, that's a
Trey
good one.
Young.
Oh wow.
Do you see him teaming up with Giannis?
I mean, anything's possible. It just depends on what the pieces is. So, like, to me, a Trey Young, to me, and y'all ain't gonna like this. You're not gonna like this, but you need to have Trey Young go to the Lakers.
Yes.
They don't have no guard.
They don't
They got
because
Doc. We got what they got with Rivers. They don't really have nobody at that kind of magnitude. And the only reason why I'm saying that because you got to remember the Lakers is a big. So right now, every 3 years the Lakers make a push, and even when they got when they got Luke, they're gonna make another push. I promise you because they're not gonna let LeBron leave because at the end of the day, why would you let LeBron leave when he's still top 10 in the league right now, arguably at
Yes.
45 and 100. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But we ain't gonna talk about LeBron. We ain't gonna get on what he's doing. But at the end
next
of the
next Saturday.
day, at the end of the day, the Lakers are going to be in the mix with some of these free agencies. So
Yeah.
you might. Do you get a Giannis? You need a Giannis because they don't have a big. And
DeAndre
at the end of the
Ayton.
day, they don't
Exactly.
really have a guard. So it could be that you get Giannis and Luke and Trey would take a cut to play with that kind of caliber of team because that still puts the Lakers back in the driver's seat with the Trey Young and a Giannis.
Right.
The problem is if you get Giannis, who's running the point? Doc? I mean, what's the name? Rivers? Look about who's the Lakers point right
JJ.
now?
JJ
Reed.
Redick.
Who?
Austin Reed.
Yeah,
JJ Redick.
Reed. JJ. Yeah, come on, bro. What? Come on, man.
Yeah,
Who?
JJ. Yeah. JJ
He
got to do
ain't know.
something.
He ain't even know Trey Young. No, by far.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Speaking of LA, Austin Reeves is. I think he just got traded to the Nets. I believe.
Yeah, they
Oh
getting rid of
man.
it. Listen, bro.
He got
Listen
rid
to
of
what I'm
Austin
trying to
Reeves.
tell y'all. And Aramis and Juice, you a Lakers fan. The Lakers are about to make a move. Magic is not going to sit idle for this. I'm telling you.
Right. I believe it.
Now, do they get all the pieces? But it's a lot of pieces out there right now, and you can't tell me the Lakers ain't gonna jump the line.
Yeah.
And you got LeBron and Luka. Get the fuck out of here.
They could give LeBron like a 1-2 year deal, and then
LeBron gonna take a 1-year deal.
a 1 year deal. That's yeah. Either yeah. If LeBron
Yeah,
takes a 1 year deal, that's more money that they can spend for other players to get added to that team. Like Trey Young can go there, Giannis can
Listen,
go there.
just think about it. LeBron stays, takes the pay cut. He don't need no fucking money. He
No,
only
he got it
agrees to
all.
take a breakup because you're gonna bring Bryce there.
Bryce is
You
going to go to.
bring Bryce there, I stay, and you go get whoever the fuck we need to add to this fire. And Giannis is on the table. Giannis wants to win again. And it's in a big market. Showtime. The Lakers are going to be in play to get back in the mix. Mark my word.
I love that.
And the only team that got enough money to run with them, and we talking about money now, is the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
No other teams got more money to run the table right now than them two, and both of them have been idle. Haven't did now the last one of them two teams has won about what? When the last time Boston won? 3 years ago? And when the
3
last
years
time
ago.
Lakers won? About 3 years ago. And what did I say? They make a run every 3-4 years to keep them in the mix because those are the two biggest markets in the league. And you got East Coast, West Coast.
I'm gonna tell you how I feel about the Trae Young. First, I'm gonna just say it.
And Juice, you a Lakers fan. Out of all those pieces, who do you take, a John Morant or do you take a Trae Young?
Trae
I'm gonna
Young.
let both y'all answer that. Because
Trae
those.
Young.
Now let me ask this: is that the two top guards on the market right now?
Yes, but Trae Young is the clear cut for me.
He's a more better efficient player than John Morant
And
is.
it's just for what we got going on. I don't think Trae Young, Eco, Superstar, and will get in the way with the system that we got going on. We already got Luka. We already got LeBron. We already got some big people over there that, I don't think Trae Young will clash. Trae Young gonna do what he do and keep us, just like what Rondo did with the big three.
Mm-hmm.
Rondo don't get a lot of the credit for that big three, but Rondo, if you look at
He
Rondo's
ran.
stats,
He distributed. He did what he had to
right? If
do.
you look at Rondo's stats, wow. But
But
let me say
now I
this,
will
Armin.
tell you, if anybody could keep John Morant in line, I would put him with LeBron.
Yeah, but let me
I
say this.
definitely say yeah because LeBron can shake that
LeBron would
ball
keep his
with
ass
his,
in line. I promise you.
Let me
because
say
if
this
not,
about
he can get his ass kicked the fuck out like Anthony
Yeah.
Davis did.
let me
Yep.
say this about Trae Young. And it's not even about Trae Young. Let me say this, and I want the fans to hear me. I speak for the tri-state of DMV, Washington Wizards. I am sick and tired. This is why I'm a Lakers fan. I'm a native. I'm native. I cannot be a
Yeah.
Wizards fan because, first of all, Trae Young and Anthony Davis was cool, but we never thought that we was going to be in the mix for championship anyway. But the least y'all can do is bring us someone to have us excited. Because guess what? Before John Wall was there, the last person that had us excited was Agent Zero, Gilbert Arenas.
Yeah. Gilbert Arenas. I went to
So,
those playoff games.
so let me ask you. So let me say this. Not let me ask you. Let me tell you this, DC, and whoever's running this front office in the Wizards and making these decisions to let Trae Young even have the opportunity to get out of there and not still in the deal. This is why we would never ever. This is
Yeah,
why I would.
but they gonna need more than just Trae Young. Trae Young
Yeah,
goes there, he fills it out like everybody else. They
I
need
just
two
said I just
pieces.
said that it does not put us in contention, but at least you could do is lull us to sleep like you've been doing with John Wall, or like give us something. Because before
Yeah.
John Wall, guess who we had? Gilbert Arenas. That's when I was like 6 years
But
old.
so now DC is a market where it's a big market too. It's not big as LA and Boston, but that is a good market who is desperate to get back into deep playoff contention.
Let me tell you something. I went to a Wizards game maybe about 5 years ago. 5 years ago, maybe 5 to 6 years ago, and the tickets was $15, a free hat, and a free hot dog. This
Damn.
is an atrocity, Wizards. When I see Trae Young opted out, I damn near
Yeah.
threw my phone, and I'm a Lakers
Yeah.
fan, but it's because I can't even get into the groove
Yeah.
of the
I
Wizards.
don't even, it's so sad. I don't even know who plays for DC right now. Like I really don't. Like I don't really, you know what I mean? But so let
Let me
me
tell you
ask you this.
something.
So Aramis, let's role play here. Aramis, you're Washington Wizards GM. Who do you go get to make that team viable? And you get 3 players. You get 2, you can pick 3 players, but one has to be a trade.
One has to be a trade.
Yep. Because you can't just say I'm gonna snatch all 3 free agents because it ain't gonna happen like that. You
The
can
only
have
the
No,
only
like
2
person
that.
free
that's
That
worth
agents
trading
doesn't
is
and
happen.
one
Anthony
trade.
Davis.
Huh?
One
The
trade.
only person that's worth trading is Anthony Davis.
You,
Well, you might can give up 2.
you
You might
stole
can
my
give up
pick.
3
I ain't
players.
gonna lie,
No,
Juice.
no,
You stole
you
my
don't want to give
shit.
up Anthony Davis. You
That's
keep
the only
Anthony,
person
but you
that's
might can
worth
give up
trading.
2 players and some money.
He's already about to get traded. He's about to hit that free agency soon.
Do you want to get
That's
so okay?
another
So
one
you the
where
GM, you can the GM, you can do what you want to do. Do you trade Anthony? Who you bring in? What you do?
I'd rather trade AD for Giannis.
You don't have to trade Giannis. He's a free agent, so you can get him. That's a pass. So now you got Giannis and Anthony. Who else you get? But you got to trade somebody.
I need a point guard, so
you bring Trae Young,
he already.
or you bring I mean, you the GM, and you tell me. But one of them has to be a trade, and the trade can be I can get rid of my bench and some money. You can do anything you want.
But we tried to get Trae Young and he opted out.
Yeah, he opted out. So let's go with. I'll probably bring Ja in there.
So you're gonna bring Ja Giannis, and then you have Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Okay, then who you trading for? Because now you got Anthony Davis and Giannis. Who's the captain of the team? Because both of them gonna be competing for 2 centers. You got now.
Hold on, let me pull up the roster.
You're right. Right.
They got 2 centers, 2 starters. And now you can move Anthony to the 4, which I wouldn't mind moving Anthony to the 4 in that way. But do you trust Ja at your 1 and distributing the ball? Because now he got to get off the ball to one of them 2 for sure.
Okay, so I mean, Wizards have 2 centers there, Anthony Davis and Alex Sarr.
Mm-hmm.
I would give him Alex Sarr.
For who? And you can trade him, but you're the GM. You can go get anybody you want.
I trade Alex Sarr for. I'll trade Alex Sarr for Giannis.
You get Giannis because Giannis a free agent. You can get Giannis for free.
Okay, but I would trade Alex Sarr for Ja.
Okay, all right, I'll take that.
And then Bub Carrington can be the backup behind Ja.
So Ja's your 1 or 2.
Ja's the 1. Bub Carrington can be the 2.
Okay. So now let me ask you this. Let's stop right there. Do you trust Ja with the keys to run that team where he has to be a primary distributor? Because he got to get the ball to Giannis and Anthony Davis. He can't outshine them 2. They got rings.
Yeah, that's true.
He can't be like, oh, I want to be the guy and come in here and average 30.
I would make that Giannis's team.
So then I mean, okay. So now you're saying it'll be Giannis' team. He's Superman, and you make Ja Batman, and then you put Anthony Davis as just the hero.
Yes.
Okay. And that's possible now. But the point I'm saying is, do we all trust Ja enough to be a true number 1 where he has to be a distributor versus a scorer?
Not yet. No, I wouldn't say not right
because
now.
Right now you in order to fulfill that team you just had, he'd have to be the true 1. Like he said, a Rondo, where I'm gonna go in here and cut some of my scoring down and get a goddamn ball.
He can score the basket however you want.
No, because he wants the ball in his hand. You got to get that ball up some.
I would try
I know what I'm saying, but he can score the ball very, very well. But
no, he can't. But what I'm saying is he's not going to average 30 now in that system. If you talking about you got to run it through Giannis.
I would try to pick up De'Aaron Fox
and let him run the 1.
I would move Giannis,
move Ja to the 2.
Yes, I would move him to the 2. Look, I would. This is what I would do. I would keep Anthony. I would keep Anthony Davis. I would keep Anthony Davis. I would get Giannis on free agency. I would try to make a trade for De'Aaron Fox, move Ja to the 2, and then Alex Sarr, I would trade him for like a high energy role player like a Josh Giddey or somebody like that that's going to help us off the bench, move the ball wherever the sparks some runs up.
So that's not bad, because now if you let me ask you that. Let's say y'all stuck with that. Does that put them in contention to be able to compete with the Knicks?
No,
can they still compete with the Knicks?
Exciting.
No.
To me, for us, like, of course, we need a top player, like in a
It's a
fantasy.
50-50 chance that they might, but winning it
Well, I
all
mean,
probably.
I like that lineup, but that puts you in the top 3 in the East,
No,
top 4.
in a fantasy world, the only way we could get into the top three, with the way I constructed, is if we sell the house for Kevin Durant and try to build around that.
Yeah, but Kevin Durant's not together. I don't like that. Kevin Durant's not. Kevin Durant don't stay healthy enough.
He
The
don't. He
reason
don't
why
stay healthy enough. He
the
don't.
reason why I said that though,
You can't gamble the house on somebody who ain't a house nigga. He ain't be the house nigga.
the
'Cause
reason why I said that
he
though is
can't be in the
because
house.
even a
They
house
tried that with the
impossible.
Houston and he couldn't get him over the bubble.
The reason why I say that is though, even though how impossible that sounds, Wizards is an undesirable, unmarketable place that anybody wants to go. You know what I'm saying? So we had to pick. We got to pick the best of the least.
Right. But now I do like maybe you trade Davis for Kevin Durant and what's the other boy that plays for Houston? What's the guard name? The
Jalen
two
Fred
Green,
guards.
VanVleet. Fred.
Fred VanVleet
Van
and
Fleet,
Van Bleek and KD for what you call it? Davis. And maybe
Anthony
one other
Davis.
player.
Then we pick up Giannis.
Yeah, you got Giannis. You bring in KD, you get rid of AD, and you bring in Van Bleek, and you got John Wall. And you got John Morant. What you think of that lineup, Aramis?
That's crazy.
I love that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
that's like
definitely
one of
pick that
them.
lineup. That lineup fits perfect because not only do you have someone, you know, because you're bringing in veterans around Ja. Ja
Yeah.
needs to be with a team where there's vets.
Mm-hmm.
So someone who's had experience in this situation that can help Ja
Mm-hmm.
understand, like, bro.
And I like that because you move Ja to the 2, you put Van Bleek at the 1. Now Ja still
Exactly.
can score and distribute, and you're run the leaders because they ain't gonna let you get out of control. And KD gonna get the ball, and Giannis and you still run everything through Giannis.
I love it. I mean, I just don't think the Wizards doing it.
hey,
I don't think the
hey,
Wizards going to do
hey,
it.
Aaron, Aaron, Juice bought in already. He said, "I'm gonna take
Yeah,
that out
let me
there.
tell you
Anything rather than
something.
what the fuck they got."
Yes. Let me tell you something. Last thing I'm gonna say about the Wizards. Let me tell you something. Anything is better than what we got. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm a Lakers fan by default, but I became back a Wizard fan because I ain't had the NBA package, and I had to watch that run where we had Paul Pierce and we made it to the playoffs, and it was exciting. But it was just like, wow,
Mhm.
where we made it to the second round of the playoffs, and we was about to set the city on fire, and then after that, just garbage. And that was like almost 8, 10 years.
18, yeah. They started bringing guns in the motherfucking locker room, and it went for haywire.
Wizards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good question, though, Amos. That's a good question. I didn't know. It's a decent free agency market out there right now.
That no,
Yeah,
And you know
it
what?
is.
And you know what?
Yeah.
We still didn't say because at the end of the day, I swear to you, I don't believe Embiid's going to stay in Philly.
No,
look,
he's not gonna stay in Philly.
I would
I
even
know.
take
I look.
Embiid going to the DC right down the street.
I
Hell
take
no,
that
we don't
too.
want
I
him.
take that as well because
We don't want him. We don't want him.
Juice, one way or another, brother. If he goes to DC, you gonna have to accept it.
We already got Mr. Glass, Anthony Davis on our team. We don't want him.
Hey,
Wrap it up, man. We're gonna wrap it
I
up,
mean,
man.
you have Davis, you got Embiid, you bring in Ja and Van Bleek, or
But
You
somebody
got
like
two
let
that.
me
glass
say this. Let me say
cleaners. You
this.
got two glass cleaners on
Let me
the
say this.
court.
If you bring Joe Embiid and Anthony Davis on the same team, Alex Sarr will be the starting center by. It's like, damn.
Oh my gosh,
It's crazy.
that
But
is
you know what though?
wild.
So let me just say this: if that's the case, Embiid goes to Dallas.
I can see that.
With Cooper and go put with Cooper in them.
I can see that.
That might not be bad for them.
No, I can see that. But I know we about to close it out. I agree. I had a great time with you guys, and I just hope everybody, stays safe and enjoy this weekend. And just remember what this weekend is about. This weekend is about, the suffering that we had to go through, and now we get to celebrate us being free.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
hey. Tell Renee and them shot us tequila. Let's go.
Oh, I'm already going to tequila right now.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all fans for coming out to watch this live stream. If you have any questions, please put down in the comments on what you guys think about the chaos of NYC, and give us your predictions on these postponed trades that are going to be coming during the off season. See which player needs to go to what team and what not. We gave our opinions. It's up to y'all to fill our ears and on what you guys feel about it. A few announcements before we wrap it up out here. I have 2 gaming accounts. I have my Twitch one and I have my YouTube one. Make sure you go subscribe to Bayface_Sats21. That is my gaming account. Go locking with that. I'm going to be streaming later on today at 6 o'clock with my pops and my uncle. We'll be doing a shooting game, so stay tuned to that.
Okay.
Stay tuned to my pops' podcast, Postponing Podcast. Stay tuned.
Hey, make sure I get an invite.
Yep, I will. Also, my little brother has a gaming account. It's called Gaming with Ray. Check him out. I'll put that in the description. You can check him out as well. I forgot to say this in our last live stream. We're gonna be doing 100 video upload since we've been back. This is upload 3.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do it by the end of 2027. Hopefully, we can make a big record of 100 episodes.
Yeah.
Amos, you know what? You know what would be a good one? You should go back and do the greatest sound bites from Basketball Truth and Knowledge.
Yep.
The greatest.
That would be sweet. Some of the greatest sound bites we had over the different things that there was great takes. That would be an interesting one.
I'll have
$100 million in your body.
All right, y'all. I love y'all. Make sure you have a blessful day today.
Man, happy Father's Day to all our people. Happy Juneteenth. Don't drink too much tequila and keep the barbecue
coming. Man. Yep. All right, y'all. Love y'all. It's been great. This has been the end of the best. This has been the best truth for knowledge. Best truth for knowledge. It's been a great pleasure. I'm your co-host Aramis.
Ray. Juice.
And we out. I'll catch y'all next weekend, Saturday at 12 p.m. sharp. See y'all there. Peace. We out.
All right. Peace.